really do apologize, guys. I was walking through the trade the entire time, what I was seeing and how I was managing it. I was able to scale out about 90% right at 190, 192, 193 area. And I feel like horrible because I was walking you through the trade. I have 10% left in the trade now. But I was explaining how scaling works. Give me just a quick second. I'm seeing some accumulation on man, I literally was talking for about 10, 15 minutes. I do apologize, guys. That sucks. I was literally giving some really solid info before I realized I was on mute.
Mr. French, I noticed that prior to the breakout, I noticed that there was resistance at $1.59 on that poly trade. So, like, what gives you the conviction, like, besides the accumulation, what other indicators, like, you see that is going to kind of like break that wall and shoot up?
Sure. Excuse me. It was holding. It was holding the EMAs. It just kept holding and holding and holding and holding, and it kept, just accumulating sideways. You know what I mean? Give me a second, guys. I'm watching ICCT right here. I see some accumulation on ICCT. I think there's a buyer down here that keeps soaking up. I think we're gonna make a break above VWAP right here. Yeah, there's a buyer that keeps soaking up ICCT right here. Give me a second. I might take a small position on ICCT. You see that candle? See that candle? How it's like getting accumulated? I think it might try to make a pop right above VWAP. Let me just watch this. Let me watch level 2s real quick. Yeah, you see how that candle just closed like that? That's a big indication that there's a soaker right here, that there's a buyer just accumulating this area real slow. Let me watch, see nice buys, 2,000, 2,500. Come on. You see how the selling is diminished? So the selling is diminished, which tells me that sellers are running out of selling power. 901's holding, the spread is 906. Look at that buy. There we go. There we go. There goes volume. There goes nice big volume. Break this, break this, break this, break this. Boom. Keep going, come on. 915, watch that spread. 907, 915. 912, we need to get that spread closer. There it is, 908. $910. Yeah, we're walking it slowly, so we're definitely getting some volume here. Come on, push, push, push. It's holding big buy. You see that 6,100 shares right there. So there's that seller. We spotted him. That's how you spot a seller that's hiding. So he's at 910 now. So he's accumulating 6,100 shares at 910. So we should break above VWAP soon after he gets accumulated. Big fucking buys. Big buys. 919. There goes 918. There we go. 915. You guys see how it's being walked? You guys see that, right? There's that buyer again. 6,100 shares. So this thing should break above right here. 920, 915. Here we go. Break above, break above, break above, break above. 920. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Keep going. Damn it, they dropped that bid. That's how they dropped the bid. This is called dropping the bid right here. When they walk that bid up, they walk it up, walk it up. I think the second rejection off of VWAP right here is not a good fucking sign. I'm gonna put my stop in. If this triggers me out, I'm out. Yeah, it's not looking good now. It's looking a bunch of selling. So you have big sales, 2,000, 2,500, 3,500 sales. Yeah, lots of shorts coming in right here. So shorts are coming in, trying to take this down. Let me see what I see now. So buyers stepping in 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. You see that, right? Let me finish this, and I'll stay in the trade until I get stopped out, guys. I'm in at 895, 896.
896, wow.
Yeah. But I didn't secure any. I didn't want to, I'm not trying to secure any. I wanted to get a move, break above VWAP. So here's what's happening. If we don't get it anytime soon and this does not break down, this will fucking move later today. I'll just allow that. There's that buyer again. You guys see him. He's right here. The problem I do not like about this, and here's what I will teach you on the technical aspect is, hey dude, can you mute yourself? Thank you. The problem is it's a lower low. The problem is it's a lower low. I don't like lower lows. But if you look at the last 5-minute candles, the last 2 5-minute candles, it has been accumulating.
Which is the anomaly here, right?
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
Look.
Whoa,
Oh,
look at that.
oh, yes. Boom! That's how you catch them. That's how you catch them. You see a nice controlled walk down. Algo wasn't ready to accumulate. Algo wasn't ready to, like, it didn't catch full size. Now it's like, this is beautiful. This is beautiful right here.
So, Mr. French, is this? I mean, if you go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles, you have that little on the 5-minute chart. That first green candle there, engulfed that fourth candle in to the left.
Mm-hmm.
And
Look at
then-
this. Look at this stroke.
Yeah,
Look at
yeah.
this stroke. Look at this. Now we go, boys. Now we go. You that? See, I'm in that 895, 896 area. Look, this thing's at 930 now. 936. Fuck scalping. I'm not securing right here. I'm gonna let this go all the way to 954. 953, that's my price target. That's what I'm gonna exit. Do you see that? You guys see that now? How tape reading and how you can spot soaking and accumulation so easily.
Yes. Whoa.
Look at this.
that.
Look at this. What's my price target? Boom. What's my price target? That's right. That's literally how easy trading is.
You need to get more excited about this stuff, Mr. French. You're really really quiet on this stuff.
Am I too monotone over here?
It's awesome, man. It's inspiring and addicting to hear you get all fired up. It's awesome.
I think live, like walking you guys through, right? Showing you guys what I'm watching on the tape, and it's not necessarily like, you know, excuse me, it's more for learning purposes, right? So you guys can start to pay attention to key levels and then just being able to switch away from from candlesticks to actually watching level 2 and tape and seeing what's happening. You see that? You're seeing what's happening. And so now, just like that, shorts are capitalizing it. They took that against resistance. Boom. Nice. I mean, I don't mind losing on the last 10%. I never mind losing on the last 10% of my shares because once I hit my price targets, I make the bulk of my money. And then I allow some autos to, you know, to run in case this thing goes ballistic, you know? But that was a nice play in at 895. I keep thinking 895, scalped out 850s, 849.
950.
Oh, 950. God, oh shit, that's what is that? A 55-cent move? 55-cent move, a share. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Daddy, chill.
All right, switching gears, going back to Poly, guys.
On a cracker? We should see a reversal here, shouldn't we, Mr. French?
Yeah, still being patient with it.
Yeah. I'm talking about Poly, right? You're right?
Yeah, if you look left, this is where the key level is.
Yeah, exactly. And it's hitting the 20 EMA right now. So hopefully it'll bounce off of this.
I think it may dip all the way back down to 154.
Yeah.
I think that's where it's at. If you look left, if you look on the larger time frame, the support is at around 151, which is VWAP in 154 area.
Okay, cool, yeah. I see that.
Yeah. Okay, so let me move over, guys. Tanner, Daddy, chill. Let me walk you through what I was seeing on Poly, right? So I saw that it kept forming. Remember we talked about key levels? It just kept hitting higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, and it was starting to form a wedge. And the wedge, to me, when they get tight like that, they tend to break out. That's what usually happens. And so I started taking positions at, 150, 145, 150 area, in between that whole area. And you just had to be patient. And they had a bunch of games that would dip 154, 153, and then walk it right back up. And then dip and walk it right back up. And so if you looked at the tape, you would see the kind of buyers that were coming in. Like right now, you look at selling on Poly, it's real small, 100, 399, 1200, 100, 500, real small selling, right? Big fat sell, 5,000, 1257. But if you look at the buyers, it's 2,000, 3,400, 2,000, 1,200, 1,500, 6,000. So there's more buying than there was. And I noticed that. And there was someone buying big size. And so I was like, man, there is someone accumulating, which means that there's someone that knows something here. The same thing. So basically, it's someone like a retailer or even the algo. And what was happening is he was accumulating such a large position that it just didn't make any sense. And he was holding, right? He wasn't selling. He wasn't exiting his position. He was just holding it and holding it. And so when you see that type of conviction and that type of like strength in a chart, you know that it's going to almost like a spring. It's going to get tighter and tighter because the people that are buying are long bias, and so it's showing signs of a breakout. Right? When you put a spring together, what does it do? It retracts and expands, and then it explodes. And so that's what I was looking at. And I noticed that, and I was like, huh. So when I kept seeing that, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and add some here. So I'm going to go ahead and add some Poly right here as well. It's getting soaked. You guys see that volume? Nice big volume. So we should see a reversal anytime soon. This is a key level, like I said, 154 that it was going to drop down to. So I'm in at 154, 155. I like this. I might even add more. Look at the tape. Look at the tape. Yeah, I'm going to add a little bit more. Very nice key level right here. Nothing crazy. I just want to add for a nice little reversal bounce. Nice little reversal bounce. And so what was happening is I started seeing that. And then it had a couple pops, right? A couple fake outs. And then it would like come back down. So that to me is just saying that it's a key level that they're fighting. Shorts and longs are fighting, but I could tell that it was going to explode. I just had to be patient with it. Once it exploded, I didn't scale out any at 168. I knew that it was going to go high a day. It had consolidated for too long. It had consolidated for too long for it to, sorry, I'm going to add more right here on this dip on Poly. Yeah, there's someone soaking right here. I'm going to add right here more. And so when you see that kind of strong consolidation and that See how hard it is for me to fucking trade and fucking talk at the same time. That's why I don't like trading and talking at the same time. It's too difficult. See how the buying and the selling stopped? You guys see that, right? So this is a key level right here. So we should start to see a reversal soon. Big buys right here at 157. Yeah, there's a buyer right here. There's a buyer right here. You guys see him on the level twos? Yeah, big buyer right there. There he is. Spotted his ass. That was a nice soak right there. What time is it? It's 8:28. So you guys see those three candles that just got soaked? So every time it pushes it down to 154, someone keeps buying that area right there. I'm out. I think it's gonna roll over, guys. Yeah, that buyer removed himself. He's no longer there at 154. He actually just popped up. There he is, 400,000 shares. But if you look, they're selling into him. They're selling into him. They're trying to remove that buyer. Was 40,000 shares, now it's 29,000 shares. Yep. Shorts are trying to remove. Oh, he restacked it again. Boom! I'm gonna add more right here. I like what I see.
Hey, are you on DAS level 2 in tape?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, E-Trade does not show that buyer at all.
Oh shit! You guys don't see that?
Yeah, no, yeah, we don't see him at all. We can see prints, we just can't see on level 2. Just an interesting piece of info is all.
Oh, okay. Never mind. So that candle just got soaked right there. I just added right here at 154 again. That buyer is still here, so I'm still holding.
Yeah, they're trying to push him though. They're stuffing
They
it.
are.
Every time it gets to
Right?
157, you see they get stuffed.
Yeah. I might just chill out on this. I think I'm just overly excited. It's just a bunch of selling, guys. I'm gonna remove myself from this trade. I don't want to make a stupid mistake just because I've been doing really good all day today.
Yeah, so for anyone that can't see that, it's probably a good lesson, like when you hear about hidden buyers and hidden sellers. It's hidden on E-Trade, probably on TOS, probably on Schwab. Not so much hidden on DAS, apparently, but
No, it's not. It's hidden still. But what I'm saying is, I'll see a glimpse of someone accumulating. I'll see a glimpse of it. So the big number will come in, and then it'll just you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden it'll disappear. And so, but they're still selling into it.
We can't see.
I mean, there was someone on the bid at 153. That was pretty big.
But what I'm saying is that we can't see him on the bid on E-Trade, but you can still see the tape. You can see it pegging his order, right? And you're like, oh, there's someone big soaking there, but we just can't see it on the level 2. The tape still reflects it though.
Right. What it'll show on your guys, it'll look like a small buy, like 2,000 shares. And if you look at the actual tape and count how many shares have gone through, and if like 50,000 shares have gone through and only 2,000 shares are showing at a certain price, that means that there's a hidden buyer right there.
Yeah, DAS is also a lot faster. Just putting that out there.
I just assume with Thinkorswim that there's always a hidden buyer or seller. There's always someone hidden. But yeah, see, here goes 157 again. But they might cover on it. They were selling into him for a while.
Yeah.
Maybe slow down.
They sold into him, but he fucking held, dude.
It's slowing up right now. Yeah, maybe.
And so when you get this slowdown, it's kind of like, what's going to happen? What is the algo going to do? Because the algo has to take over. And so the algo is going to either buy or sell. And look, it's accumulating. So now if you look on the 5-minute candle, it's soaking. The only problem I don't like, though, is look how low that volume is. That volume is really low. So even though it looks, for those of you that read candles, it looks like a doji hammer, right? But if you look at that fucking volume, that volume is considerably low, which tells me that I'm not interested yet. I am in, but I should not have pulled the trigger just yet, because this could easily roll back down and roll back down.
Okay, yeah. No, that's a good point. That is a good point. It's a hit or miss with that, because it could also work to your favor where they run it up on the low volume, but there's always a chance that a big buy can come in and then just roll it over, like you said, like so. Yeah,
right. And
that's
you see how like weakness is showing now. Like you see how weakness is showing right now. Like you see how it looked good. It looked good. I'm at 150, 154, but I'll set my stop. And then it like propped it and held. So what I think is going to happen is it's going to just consolidate here for a little while. It needs to consolidate for a little while to pick a direction, whether it's going to roll over or it's going to, reverse and hold. I don't know. I can't say just yet.
Yeah, it's getting a tough read at 157. It seems like they're trying to break it through, but it just gets stuffed every time it touches it. It looks like it's about to break, and then it gets stuffed.
Yeah.
So we keep getting a white candle and then a green candle. That's a candle of indecision, right? Oh no,
That's an indecisive candle, right? And if you look, what in cases like this, what I would always focus on would be the volume.
Right.
Focus on the volume. Fuck the candles. Focus on the volume, because the candles can be deceiving.
Right.
So I think what's going to happen is it's going to stay here for a while. It's going to retest this 154. So, I don't think it's going to break out anytime soon. I think it's just going to hold this key level right at the EWAP. You guys have seen it where it does that. My only thing with this is it's fucking choppy, and I can't stand choppy shit like this. Look how it was choppy going down. It was choppy going down. This is a piece of shit stock. This is one of those she's like a nasty girlfriend that is a bitch, and you can't stand her, but you won't break up with her.
Daddy, chill.
or a boyfriend for the women in here.
Yeah, nasty jerk of a boyfriend, but you won't break up with him because you love it. That's like the thing about trading stocks. Some of the stocks are so nice, they run real nice. Others just fuck with you. And so I get away from these. When they start doing this, I get away from them. Because
others
it's just gonna
hit you with your car. It's fine.
Yeah, they try to run you over like Ronnie from Jersey Shore. Yeah, see, there's that rollover.
Now look, here comes the volume, and look, I can easily just pushed it down.
Right, there's that rollover. So this is continuation of a downtrend, unless that buyer steps up, which I doubt.
He was at 153. I don't know. Let's see. I don't see him.
Yeah, he gone.
I see him at 153 and 50K.
Nah, it was a big buyer at 153 before past couple times. I don't see him yet.
And look, if you look at the ask, look how the ask is being stacked now. So shorts are coming in. They're trying to stack that ask. Look at that, 9,900 shares on the sell. They're trying to push this fool down. And there he is again. There's that buyer.
Yeah, 153. He's on 150. They're pushing him down a little bit because he was at 154.
Yeah, they're trying to get his ass. He's here though. And that's what you gotta, and that's what I'm talking about, like key levels. And so I got out of the trade already. It hit my stop, right? Small loss, no big deal. But it's things of that you just sit and watch and pay attention to. You just got to sit and be patient for hours, man. Hours.
Hey, Mr. French, I meant to ask this the other day. When you were talking about your backstory, you had mentioned how in the beginning you were like, I'm going to treat this like a business, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
What did you do in the beginning, as far as like your process, studying the market, that really helped you understand or like, let me think about it. Like what did you do in the beginning that made you understand the market so quickly?
I think for me, there wasn't a plan B. When I decided to go full time and when I decided to be a professional, I said, I've been successful at everything I've ever done. I've been an athlete. I've been a business owner. I've done so many things in my life and I've had great success. But the only reason I've had great success is because I've taken everything to the level that no one is willing to take. I was a fighter. I used to train, and so because that training mentality when I was young, I was a boxer, and I was also an athlete in my life. I sort of used that dedication and that sort of aggressiveness towards life to become, I guess you could say, successful. I didn't give myself an out. I didn't say, oh, if this doesn't work, I'll just go back to work. I forced myself. Does that make sense? I don't know. I'm not.
Totally. I mean, that's where I'm at with my trading as well. Like I'm at the point where it's like, I'm gonna make it or die trying. And as cliche as that sounds, but for me, what I struggle with is knowing what to do in order to, speed up that learning curve. Is it like, was it note taking for you? Was it studying certain or like following?
Yeah, absolutely. What I would do is every day after I would trade, because DOS doesn't, I'm going to go ahead and add some right here. I like that soaker candle. We should see a nice little reversal. That is small, nothing big. Give me a second. That is small. About $10.
Hopefully you don't push it to 130. It might bounce.
They're gonna push it down. Yeah, I'm gonna get out. I just got 2,000 shares. I just wanted to play. Anyway, so what it was for me is every time I would trade, I would print out the chart. I'm gonna move away from poly, guys. I just keep getting. It's really distracting the shit out of me, and I don't like how this is. This is high frequency trading right here. When it like is doing shit like this, and you got 108 million volume shares going on. Like, I need to move away from this shit. It's a piece of shit, and even though I'm trying to nail it, I'm just wasting my time on it. And I would suggest people do the same too. It's just a piece of shit. There's other charts that are trading much nicer. It's gonna scale you up 2 pennies and then slam you down 3 pennies. It's just a piece of shit. It's not worth the fucking trade. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Every time I would trade, every single day I would print out my chart, and then I would look at my entries, go back and analyze my trade, because Thinkorswim, you can't use the live trading until like 2-3 weeks later. So I would do that, and I would see all my mistakes, and I would take notes and my emotions, and I charted everything. I just was super detailed in terms of like what I'm gonna do. I wrote out a business plan. When you're in corporate, one of the things that they do is they always give you, you know, weekly meetings, monthly meetings, quarterlies, and you go over your business plan and you find out where your gaps are in your business. And so because of that, I literally implemented that same structure into my trading. And I thought to myself, I am going to write down how I felt, what I did wrong. Did I enter too early? Did I not hold long enough? And I would write down on the piece of paper that I printed, the chart that I took, if I took a loss, enter here, exited here for, you know, $400 loss. What happened? I read the chart wrong. I didn't give it enough time. And I started to see my mistakes, you know? And because of that, I recognized one of the biggest things that was my downside was I was too emotional.
Mm-hmm.
And I needed to want to remove emotion from it. So I removed my P&L. So whatever you find yourself doing, fix it by doing something else. So I removed P&L. Second, I realized that I wasn't giving the chart the enough range, so which told me that I was entering way too early or way too soon. So if I was going to wait for confirmation on a chart to go bullish, then I needed to wait. If I'm going to say I'm going to enter now, give it another 5 minutes, give it another 7 minutes. So I would like, okay, I'm going to enter here, and I'm like, okay, what's my role? I'm going to enter in 6 minutes, and I would literally just wait till the chart, and then it like helped me see things that I was not being able to see. It just those kind of things that are the changes that I made. And then when I started going over the charts, I started noticing certain things, like a 5-minute bullish candle. And then I would look at the volume. And I would be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And then the next candle, it was like confirming, and that was bullish engulfing. And so that's why memorizing all this information is so powerful, because you're not just trading one thing. You're taking the one thing that I do is I scroll through my entire chart. And I start with step 1. What time is it? Step 2, key level. Step 3, volume. Step 4, time and sales. Step 5, level 2. And I go through that process every single time. I go, what time is it? Okay, how much more time do I need for this 5 minutes of candle to close? This is, you know, if it's setting up, here's what I'm looking for. And then I look at the time. And then 2, I look at the volume. And then 3, I look at, you know, level 2, time and sales, and then all that. And so you go circular motion in that format. And that's what I recognized that was making me helpful. And that's when I recognized time, volume. Like volume candlesticks are a real big thing. Like, you see how Poly is reversing, but look at the dog shit volume that it has right now. That's dog shit volume, like barely any volume, right? Which tells me that it's the time of day. You know, you got to be careful, extremely careful. And however, there's a key level. And so because of all these things that I kept noticing, they were aha moments that I started seeing over and over. And I would allow myself those 6 minutes. I would allow myself that 7 minutes. I would allow myself to hang in long. I would allow myself to remove my emotions from the P&L. Those are all key factors to being a successful trader. And I used that from being an athlete my whole life. You know, when you go play against someone, if you've ever been an athlete, you compete at the highest level. You have to train to be the best. But you got to understand that guy is training to be the best too. So what are you going to do to set yourself apart? It's kind of like, it sounds stupid, you know, but
No,
like I
it
said,
makes perfect sense.
94% of people fail. Why do they fail? Most of the people that try to trade stocks are idiots. They watch a YouTube video and they think, oh, I'm going to be a millionaire overnight. They don't have any understanding of what it really takes to fucking be successful. And they'll buy a course here or there, and then they think they can jump into the market. But you're jumping into the market with, like I said, I've said this before and I say it again. You're jumping into the market with guys, we're retailers, but you're jumping into the market with market makers, with institutions, with algorithmic systems, with hedge funds, with just all that shit, you know, guys who have doctorates in economics, guys who study this for a living, you know, they get paid the big bucks, shit like that. So when you try to compete at that level, just think of you as an amateur and you're going to go play against Kobe Bryant. You're going to go play against the fucking best of the best. And that's it.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. You know, I think a lot of people kind of forget that. You know, it really is. You know, the fact that there's no barrier to entry in this. It's as if like the court was open. You know, at like the NBA Finals or something, and anyone can go out there and just play with Jordan.
Exactly.
Just gotta figure out where you can perform in the market. You know what I mean? Like some people don't play options. Some people play high price tickers. Some people play only OTC. You got to figure out, what's your area that you can excel at. And just like Mr. French was talking about, you got to know who the players are. That's why I like staying in lower range stocks, because I know a lot of the big hedge funds and the big money they're not really playing in this area too much, so.
Yeah.
I'm interested in Poly now. I'm going to go back to it, guys. It held. You guys see that? It based. And it held.
We're at 148. I missed it.
We got 2 5-minute candles closed. Volume's still low, but I think we could get a reversal. If this goes back up to 158, I'd like to take a position here. For a move back up to 158. We should see, if that move to 158 confirms, then we should start to see a reversal. You see that volume coming in? That's another soak right there. So that we got 2 soaks now. Let me watch this tape. 54. You guys see that, right? Look how quick it happens. 54, 55. We should keep pushing right here. We should move all the way to 158, 159. I'm still holding. I see some selling, but I don't really care. I'm up $100. I got real small size, nothing crazy. No, $10. I'm sorry. Keep pushing, baby. 58. That's what I'm looking for. There we go. And one thing I'll tell you, I'm not afraid to take a trade. I don't give a fuck. Whether I win or lose, as soon as I enter the trade, I set my stop. Look, this thing is fucking grinding. Yeah, poly, nice. Nice dip there. Yep, there we go. There's 158, so this is confirming bullish now. You guys see that, right? So, wait, not 158, I'm sorry, 156. So it is confirming that this nice big volume coming in. We should start to move all the way back up to 166 on this. So I don't have a big position, but I will add a bigger position once I see dips coming in.
So you're aligning yourself with the algos, right? And the market makers?
Yeah. You're like a surfer, right? You consider yourself a surfer. Your job is to fucking ride the wave. That's literally it, bro.
Right. I really like the way that's setting up right now.
This is your job right here. Look, this is your job right here.
Yeah. Oh my God. That is too cool.
But one thing I will tell you guys, the reason why I don't take a lot of losses is as soon as I get into a trade, I instantly set my stop and I give it a little bit of room, right? So right now my stop is at 147. So I'm letting, but we should see a pullback right here. We should see a pullback right here, right back down to about 150.
Making a higher low.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes, baby. Come on, look at that. Look at that, 158. You guys see that? Now this is confirming. You guys see that, right?
So right now, everything in this phase is accumulation for the algos to send it later on.
So sorry, what?
I said right now we're in an accumulation phase so that the algos can send it later on and sell into retail higher prices.
Right. It's going to be like up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, blah, 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 bullshit, right?
Right, okay.
So what I was going to say, for those of you that, if the gentleman, Scotty LaBouffe, if you're recording yourself, yeah, don't record yourself. Don't use your internet. What I used to do is just print out. I would physically print out the chart, and that way you could go back, look at your prints, and then go. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so that's where me holding for longer periods of time became my edge.
Yeah, I started noticing that on a lot of my old trades.
So sorry, what was that, my man?
I started noticing that on a lot of my old trades. You know, I've had so many trades where I had like a really great entry, but I didn't really understand, you know, why I was taking it. I didn't have a good thesis. Or, well, most of the time it was just like I was trying to buy a dip, but I wasn't looking at like the 5-minute chart. I was basing it off of just like the 1-minute chart. And there's so many of them where it ran, you know, a ton from my entry, you know, where it'd be like a $500 to $1,000 win. And so I do like that idea. Like I have some like stuff that I'd printed out back in 2019 that I have up on my walls, but it's all like a bunch of old Tim Sykes shit that I've been waiting to take down. And so I kind of like that idea of just like printing out charts that I've traded, and I could put those up on my wall behind my monitors, and then they're always there as like a reminder. to look back on.
You got to do it until you got to do it. And here's another thing too. I used to use Excel spreadsheet to find out how my accuracy was. I would take the entire month, and if it was red or green, how many trades. And I found that the less trades that I took, the more profitable I was. Yesterday, I only took 6 trades, and I made over $6,000.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, it makes
So
sense.
you gotta break it all down. Every part of your business, every fucking part of your business. Be a robot.
Break it all down.
Be a robot. Find out what your percentage is in find out what your win is. Right now, my winning, I'm almost 82% accurate in the stock market year round for my entire life.
Nice.
Yeah.
So has TraderView speed up the process for you, Mr. French?
It's just eliminated the extra work for me. That's all it's done.
Yeah, cool.
Like now I can afford to pay for the entire year up front, and the truth is like TraderView's awesome. It just basically did everything it's doing exactly what I was doing already.
Right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm using TraderView as well, and I like that they have the chart there, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Are you guys
But-
using TraderView just for charting, or more for
I use it for tagging my trades and differentiate, kind of like what Tanner's doing with us, Scott.
Okay,
Yeah.
kind of tracking?
Yeah, but with TraderView, you have your charts in there. You have all kinds of shit. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah, I gotta check it out. I hear about it all the time, but I never really took the time to look at it.
Yeah, there's a journal in there. You can chart. Yeah, it's a great tool.
Yeah. It's really good, dude.
Okay.
So here, just to give you guys, if you get into the stock market, we don't get into the stock market because we want a simple career. We get into the stock market because we all want to fucking make money. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Exactly.
You get into the stock market for the freedom bullshit, but you get into it for the money, right? But imagine, in order for you to make $50,000, $60,000, $80,000 a month, the level that you need to be at. You need to be at the highest level. And here's the thing though, with professional athletes, they're off every now and then. They're allotted good games, bad games, but it's overall the entire year, the entire season. So you need to not be so hard on yourself if you fuck up one day, if you revenge trade one day, if you do make stupid mistakes one day. Don't be so hard on yourself. It's the longevity of this. What you need to do is allow yourself some leeway, and also do what it's going to take to get to that level. That's what I average. I average about $50,000, $60,000 a month. Even when I make $100,000, it averages out to about $60,000 a month. So if you look at that level of elite, I'm on every single day, and when I'm off, I leave. I shut down everything. I walk away from the market because you need rest. So don't always think that you need to be grinding every fucking day, all day. Fuck that. Be smart. We're smart.
That was a big change I made recently. Actually, I was talking to Tanner about that probably a month ago, and I between this and work, I would pretty much be on 7 days a week. And then I was talking to him, and he was like, yeah, like when Friday rolls around, I close everything down and that's it. Like I go enjoy the weekend. And I started doing that recently, and it makes me much more like patient in the market, less emotional, less frustrated when I take a loss. It kind of gets me out of that just tunnel vision mode and more like focused on the long run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll tell you this, the market though made me excited for fucking Mondays.
Yep.
I used to dread Mondays. Now I fucking love Monday.
Oh yeah.
Hey, You know what I'm saying? Like, if you love what you do, bro.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, this is
Yeah.
60,000 a month. That's good. That's good.
I want to make that in a year.
I think most of us would.
Right.
Well, I mean, think about that. Yesterday I made over.
I'm coming for that level. I'll be there very soon. I'm coming for that level.
Good man.
Come for it, man. Yeah, come get it.
I like.
Get it.
I love it. I'll
Yeah,
come for
like,
it.
yesterday I made over 6,000, right? And that was one day. Today I'm over 3,000 on the day. That's already $9,000 in 2 days. Close to 10 grand if you add in 2 days.
And you said you're trading with a 40K account?
That's
Damn
small
right.
account,
Yeah, see, that's not
35.
even, yeah, it's not crazy. Yeah, you'd kind of think that you're like trading with like huge size or like a big account or something, but yeah, I was kind of surprised to hear it was 40K. You know, it's cool to see what you can do at just, you know, that account size.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you're over T and you have over that, like you can do a lot more with less, as long as you're disciplined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's, you can see how Mr. Fred's real disciplined with his trades on
Yeah.
entering and exiting.
Like yesterday, I only took 6 trades that in the whole day, but I nailed all of them. You know, and so right now I'm making mistakes because I'm on, I'm talking, but as soon as I get off, I'll go right back to my focused zone, and then I'll just, you know, pay attention to things. So, with that being said, guys, it's been a pleasure. I will be back in an hour, so hopefully we can get some imbalance moves. I'll take a break. You guys take a break as well, and we'll come back and see if we can possibly nail some algorithmic pops.
Hell yeah. Thanks for everything you do, man.
Thank
For
you.
sure, guys. See you guys.
All right.
Later.
I'm gonna go to YouTube. See you guys later.
I'm gonna kiss you out low.